And so, Chad, once we actually go binding, ideally we want to get the appraisal ordered for that property. Can you touch a little bit more on that for me?
Yeah, that's great. So once we're under contract, notify your mortgage lender. It's always like step number 2 after getting the contract from your agent. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to get updated documents. But in addition, we're going to want to go ahead and have a conversation about ordering the appraisal as soon as we can. Most appraisers in Atlanta quote a timeline of worst case 2 weeks from when the appraisal is ordered to when they get it back. So that's 14 days. A lot of times your appraisal contingency in a contract is 21 days. And so there's a little bit of a buffer there, but it usually goes away pretty quickly because in a lot of instances, your mortgage lender won't even get your contract for 2 or 3 days, assuming you go under contract over the weekend. So by the time the lender gets the contract, you very well may only have like 18 days left in your appraisal contingency. And then if it's a 14-day worst case timeline, not a lot of buffer there. And so long story short, you're going to want to talk to your mortgage lender very early on about ordering the appraisal. The only instance in which you wouldn't want to order your appraisal immediately would be if you've got significant concerns about the inspection that you're having done on the house. And you're thinking that there's a chance you may be terminating if the seller doesn't either maybe drop the price or make certain big fixes that you're hoping that you'll see.
And typically, Chad, whenever they're purchasing the appraisal, how much out of pocket is the buyer having to come out of to purchase the appraisal?
Yeah, great question. So yeah, when you buy a house, you've got your down payment. You've also got closing costs that if the seller's not paying them, those are going to be due at closing. But up front, before even the closing, you've got things like your home inspection you've got to pay for out of your pocket. You've got the appraisal as well. And the appraisal, they run on the cheap side $475. On the most expensive side, like a jumbo, like a big, large house with a lot of land or a lot of square footage, I've seen them upwards of $650. The average appraisal is probably, I'd say, $500. Like if I were going to plan, I'd say plan for $500.